Today is a huge volunteer day. We've got the company Ecology, who is our major garbage company for the city, recruited along with the Community Challenge Grant Program, which I'm in charge in, and with the Department of Public Works and with the Homeless Connect program, merging together with the neighbors here in the Octavia Boulevard area to basically reconstruct their neighborhood.
So we're on two lots here in Hayes Valley. These lots were, a few years ago, the freeway was covering these over, and when the freeway came down in 1989, they've remained vacant, and they were pretty much a blight in this neighborhood. They attracted vagrancy, and they're owned by the city, and in this economy, they're not being sold. And so we approached the mayor's office and got a small grant through the Community Challenge Grant, but primarily mostly through volunteer love and labor. We're able to use these lots temporarily.
We are building a community garden, and we're putting the infrastructure here, and the Homeless Connect will have the personnel, people who are homeless, will come here and help grow one of the first gardens around here on land that's been vacant for a number of years.
In a plot, you could see probably some strawberries, some collard greens, maybe some onions. You know, as it gets warmer, some corn might be added, and and some winter crops. We could grow some mint here for tea. I mean, there's just an array of things that can be done in these boxes.
A lot of the wood that's in the planter boxes is from our public disposal area. So we've collected it, put it to the sides, and been able to use it to make the planter boxes. The soil and compost is from the San Francisco restaurants and residents, and it's the food waste that we bring up to Vacaville, compost, and are able to bring it back here now to grow more food in. The central freeway that used to run along here, we've actually crushed it, and that rock, we've brought it back to use for the pathways here. So that's kind of a neat thing. We thought that was a lot of fun.
The Growing Home Community Garden is dedicated to people who are homeless or formerly homeless to be able to grow their own fresh fruits and vegetables, to get access to greens that they may not otherwise have access to cultivate job skills.
They have assisted in the carpentry of building the boxes. They've assisted in digging trenches to get the water in here. They've assisted in mixing cement to fill some of the patches on the sidewalk.
Homeless Project Connect, I really got to thank them a lot. They really helped me a lot.
I came in looking for services myself, after being homeless, and been with them ever since. I volunteered initially, and 2 years ago, they decided they wanted to make me staff person. So here I am today, and seeing other clients from Project Homeless Connect come in, people who are still homeless, what this means is that they got a chance to get away from the existing environments and have a peace of mind. This is very therapeutic here.
The real joy is to plant a seed, to work with it, and at some point get up in the morning, go pull from it, and eat it in the evening.
Our communities become stronger when they come together. And when people who live in those communities build part of it, design it, activate it, pay attention to it, they then will take care of it. They will then care for their neighbors.
People just came in and just took part, took leadership and ownership in this thing, and you didn't have to tell them what to do. They just worked together and they looked out for each other.
We're making this community safer. We're making this community a more diverse place, and we're all getting to know each other. It's something that's, I think, brought us all closer to being neighbors.
It's all about each one of us making change in the space around us, and collectively we change an entire neighborhood, an entire city.
I think many of you did know Eric Bea, and this garden is dedicated in his honor. Eric Bea died on January 2nd. He was 34 years old. He worked for the homeless outreach team doing outreach, and many, many people in this room I know have benefited from the amazing work that Eric did. Eric dedicated a lot of his time, and this was his vision and dream, to be able to get fresh fruits and vegetables to people who are homeless.
This project just is phenomenal. It's really it really embodies a lot of his vision, because it gets people working on things that really can help them. And he would have greatly appreciated the garden being dedicated to his memory. It would have meant a lot to him.
Man, this is beautiful. And this shows how city agencies, as well as city government and volunteers, can come together in an area, man, and really create something wonderful. And what about if we could take a project just like this one and make it a citywide thing? Reach out into all the outlying neighborhoods or what have you, and bring people together the same way we did here.
We need to make sure that gardens and farms are part of our urban setting.
The more sustainable we try to become and self-reliant, we try to become, the better off we are.
I think that a lot of people around the city are trying to look through their neighborhoods right now, trying to find vacant lots, blighted areas, places that are dangerous and dark, and try to bring light to them. So I think people around the city are going to start choosing spots. They should call Judith Plain. They should call, if they're homeless and they're with the hot team, they should call their case manager and say, I found a spot, I want to start a garden. And together we can have these gardens everywhere. And in that way, the idea of growing community and growing gardens is sustainable, even if we're using a lot of temporary spots.
I can't believe it myself. Tremendous.
It's a beautiful piece of work, okay?
I'm really happy. Really happy being out here.